Let's talk about Malik Muhammad. Man, oh man, Malik Muhammad is a stud. We knew it coming out of high school too. Was he a high 4-star? He was a top 100 player, I believe. He dude, he he made every single All-American freshman team that could have possibly been made, and didn't even start at the beginning of the year. That is wild. He's so versatile and so talented. He blankets people. He's good in zone. He does everything, man. And look, as an A&M fan, when he decommitted, I was heartbroken. That was a guy that I was like, okay, that's a day one starter, right? And then we ended up getting two other DBs in that recruiting class, but neither were the starting caliber that Malik Muhammad is, and he's so good. You got any thoughts on Malik Muhammad?
Yeah, he is a monster. We were kind of wondering all year, like Texas's defensive backs are struggling. And every time I saw Malik Muhammad play, I guess obviously you saw some freshman woes and some struggles, but that talent was there, obviously. And you started to see him get more acclimated and get more playing time down there, which is part of the reason why he's on this list. He started the last two games, by the way, their most important games, the Big 12 championship game and the semifinal against Washington, and held his own, right? Yeah, Malik Muhammad to me is awesome. It is awesome. That defensive back and that defensive team in general loses a lot, and to have a guy like him coming back for his year two is big time. Is big time. You can pencil him right there at the boundary corner position and figure everything else out, right? Because you know he's going to be there. You know he's going to be a stud for the next 2 years on Texas.
Yeah, he had one of the most he ended up having one of the highest snap counts of all the DBs on Texas. He also had one of the highest not just defensive grades for DBs, but one of the highest defensive grades of any of Texas's defensive players. And you're looking at guys like Tavondre Sweat and Byron Murphy, right? Those were the guys that were Gavin Holmes. Like those were the guys that were ahead of him in terms of PFF grades. And Gavin Holmes marginally. Malik Muhammad is a stud. Enough said. You're gonna see him on Sundays. Okay, just be careful if you're an SEC team, right? And you have a young quarterback. Be careful when you guys are playing Texas because Malik Muhammad is going to always be in the area. He's gonna always be there. He's gonna always be there. I gotta figure out like what rank he was actually coming out of high school, but I know for a fact he was like a top 100 player. He was very good. Came out of the
It,
state of Texas. Are you looking at it right now?
yeah, yeah. So he was, I mean, it depends where you look, but obviously 24/7 had him as 74th player. The composite was even higher, 45. Right? He was right on the edge of a five-star guy, number four cornerback in the country just a year ago in the class of 2023, behind guys like Komani McLean, Desiree who classified, and AJ Harris. Right. Yeah. Muhammad, to me, and if you ask any of those guys, Malik Muhammad was a guy that we loved, right? But also, like, after year one, he's a damn good player. That's the guy you feel great about, in terms of corners going into year two, which is a hard position to get thrown into in major college football.
Yeah, I mean, how many like even like the 5-star like elite talents, right? Like how many of them do you actually see like go into year one as a freshman and be really, really, really effective? Like Kool-Aid
You don't.
McKinstry, maybe. You got because Minka
He,
Fitzpatrick wasn't even like a pure outside boundary corner
he
either.
played star. Hey, Travis Hunter, right? I mean, he's very, very, he's special in his own right. But guys like Damani Jackson, Will Johnson was actually pretty darn good. But Damani Jackson struggled early. Denver Harris, you saw stuff going on outside. Toriana Pride figuring out at Missouri right now. Yeah, this is super, super impressive. We love his game. And obviously, going in the SEC, I had to keep saying it, but like, you're going to need that against some darn good receiving cores you're going to play against, right? Mississippi State loves to throw the ball with Jeff Lebby. Oklahoma with Jackson Arnold, who we talked about earlier. Georgia, right? Obviously, they're bringing in a host of wide receivers, and Carson Beck returns. Florida with DJ Lagway slash Graham Mertz and what they want to do offensively. Obviously, A&M to end the year with Connor Wigman and a couple damn good receivers. Plus the postseason. If you're Texas, the expectation right now is the postseason. And yeah, and you look at the teams that have won it recently, you look at their defensive backs, right? They have been damn good defensive backfields. And Andrew Makuba you bring in from Clemson, step one, fill a need there. But Malik Muhammad, you can pencil him in pen him in right there at cornerback.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 2023 recruiting class, like top cornerback prospects. I mean, Cormani McLean. He didn't start. AJ Harris. AJ Harris got playing time though, right?
Not as much as he. No,
That
not
secondary was elite though, but he's a good football
yeah,
player, right?
yeah.
Des Ricks did not find the field either. Jakeem Jackson was a Jalil Hurley, um, Calvin Simpson Hunt. I mean, like you're looking at these guys, Brevian Rogers, Dalen Austin, uh, Javon Thomas. I mean, Malik Muhammad has been productive, more productive than all of them. So
Well,
that just Chevian.
and if they did play, right, they struggled, right, and you saw those freshman woes, which you saw with Muhammad at times, obviously. But the fact that they put him in there, right, and we talked about it, right, when we were doing our Sugar Bowl breakdown, we're like, let's see Malik Muhammad in there, let's throw him in there against. And now, yes, did Michael Penix go dummy? Yeah, but hey, those Texas corners are right there, hanging all over Doomsday all the time, and Polk
Yeah,
and everyone else, and they just made plays. But regardless, though, I love that for Muhammad, building momentum and all that.